Hey everyone, so for this week's YouTube video I thought I would bring you guys along for just kind of my weekend training where I live. So I know we've done quite a few trail location vlogs in Boulder. We went up to Leadville and then Arizona. I can link those all in the description if you guys want to take a look. But this weekend we are going to be running locally here in Buena Vista, Colorado. So really excited to just kind of show you our local trails and just what we do on a weekend basis for training. So for this weekend I'll be running Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That is roughly about 30 to 35 miles, and then just focusing on recovery and eating and just resting, so not only that I can get through all of the runs but also not feel totally exhausted by the time Monday comes around. I've really noticed that with ramping up training it's super important to just not overexhaust your body. Like, stress is stress. Your body doesn't see it any differently, whether it's stress from work or physical stress or exercise stress or emotional stress. So just trying to relax, sleep a lot, and just, you know, focus on recovery. I'm also supposed to be getting my new Therabody compression boots, so I'm supposed to get those tomorrow. If I do, I will show you those as well. I'm really excited to sit in those for an hour or so this weekend as well. So yeah, the first run, so today's Friday obviously, the first run I'm gonna be doing is a 7-mile hilly run with some, I guess, uphill strides somewhere in between it. I think I'm gonna do it around mile 4. The trail I'm gonna choose is really the only dry trail in BB in the winter is the Midland trails. So normally there's quite a few mountain bikers, but it's pretty cold today, so I'm not really too worried about it. The first mile is like a pretty big steep hill. I usually don't stress running it and use it more so as a warm-up, and then there'll be about like 2 to 3 miles on a Jeep county road, and then I think there's like a hill I could use for the 20-second hilly kind of strides that I'm gonna do, and then the way back is like a slight downhill, so it's usually a pretty easy jog, and I'll use that as recovery. So gonna get the 7 miles done. Not gonna lie, I'm really sick of the winter and I did not want to go outside. It was kind of windy, especially where we live. We live over by kind of in a field below the 14ers, so it's always way windier and the weather is just way more intense over there than it is in downtown BB. So as long as you can get past that, it's usually really nice once we get out there and run. So yeah, I will take you guys along. See ya. So I just did a warm-up. It's really cold and the bike trails just I feel so slow on them, so I've been really slow, but I think this is a good hill, so I'm gonna do my strides and then gonna finish out the run, even though it's not feeling that great. But again, I think it's just because of these mountain bike trails and they're so swervy and everything. It's really hard to feel like you're going fast, so just trying to stay positive. Gonna do these strides and then keep running and get this run done. Tomorrow's a new day, so I will catch up with you guys soon. 7 a.m. or almost 7, about 10 till. We are on our way to the Midland Trails again for me to do a 10-mile easy long run. We are on a bit of a time crunch because I have to meet a friend. We are headed to Denver. I have a hair appointment, and then we're gonna meet some girlfriends for dinner after. She lives out in Fairplay area, so it's on the way for me. So I gave myself about 2 hours to complete this run. It is snowing, so we may be a little more slow than normal. It's definitely a big change of scenery in comparison to what we had last week, so I think our body will probably be in a little bit of a shock. Day 3, so Sunday, about 1.5 miles into the 15-mile run. It starts on the road, so it's super pretty with Mount Princeton, Mount Yale, and then Harvard and Columbia. So the goal is to go to the Harvard Lakes trailhead and then maybe like a mile or 2 inward, depending on the snowpack and the trail conditions. Super excited. We moved here 3 months ago, so this will be like my first trail run from my house. So I can't wait to take you guys along. So, got a little lost, but super cool. The trail is totally dry for the county road, and I made it to National Forest access. So, super excited. Really giving me a taste of summer and what it's gonna be like living here. So it's just really awesome. All right, so past the parking area and just showed you guys the Colorado Trail, and then 3 miles up that is the Harvard Lakes Trail. So was able to make it, super excited. It looked kind of dry, but like I feel like maybe a half a mile in it would probably get pretty nasty, and given that it's 5:30 p.m. I should probably just get my run done. So I think I'm gonna turn around at like mile 8 and then head back, and for the most part it should all be pretty much a nice downhill. So it's great to get a little reward for being uphill practically the entire way.